So it's been over a week since I uploaded, so you know what that means. I got a fucking life. Just kidding. I'm still just a loser who makes YouTube videos in a basement. Fuck my life. So CSGO has a very big problem on their hands, or at least a very big problem in my opinion, and I'm sure if you're new to the game already, you figured out what this problem is, or you at least know about it, and it's the fact that the requirements for Prime matchmaking, in my opinion, are a little bit ridiculous, especially the one that requires you to be rank 21 in order to be able to play in Prime matchmaking. The main reason for this, though, has to be the fact that a lot of newer players are being introduced to the game, and if you didn't know, with games, a lot of the newer players getting into the game are very important, because if newer players don't get into the game is going to eventually end up dying off. So the ridiculous requirement of you being ranked 21, which can take a little bit of time and is kind of frustrating, leads me to believe that Prime matchmaking could actually cause a problem for CSGO instead of doing what it has been doing with solving a lot of the problems with smurfs and cheaters. This is a huge drawback to Prime MM, having it require you to be ranked 21, because it pretty much ruins the experience for all the new players in the game, and that is something that we don't want in CSGO. And I'm sure a lot of you are already typing your comments telling me to kill myself and telling me I'm a clickbaiter and that there are many more important issues in CSGO, such as cheating and improving the tick rate of servers, etc, etc. I'm sure you get the gist. But in my opinion, this is one of CSGO's biggest problems because, like I said earlier, you know, newer players are very important to a game. They bring more life into the game, and eventually they could bring even more people into the game, and just that whole cycle there. New players are very important to a game, and this is a huge issue. A lot of us were already ranked 21 when Prime matchmaking was introduced, but you have to think about it from the mindset of a new player, and I think that's really what a lot of people aren't doing. Since a lot of people are already ranked 21 and really don't face this issue, they don't see it as a huge issue. But from my standpoint, and what from multiple people have told me, newer players, and even some people who are already over ranked 21, this is a huge issue and absolutely makes people not want to play CSGO. And if you're like me and you're a big fan of CSGO, I'm sure you want more people playing the game, because that just means the game is going to continue to get more popular and more updates, etc, etc, etc. So we're going to use good old Johnny BumbleFuck as an example here. Let's say Johnny starts playing CSGO. He's like, all right, I'm going to get excited about CSGO. I'm going to start playing. This should be awesome. He ends up getting rank 3, which I still believe is the requirement to get into competitive matchmaking. And there he is literally greeted by the most AIDS thing that you will ever see. And that thing is called non-prime matchmaking. So if you don't know, non-prime matchmaking can be all right, I guess. But for the most part, it is literal AIDS. You're running into a lot of cheaters, you're running into a lot of smurfs, and overall it is just a very, and I mean very, horrible way to play the game. And I've done it a few times, and trust me, 9 times out of 10 the game you get in Prime matchmaking is not going to be all too desirable. And this is something that a lot of people need to realize, is that non-prime matchmaking is absolutely garbage, and if you don't have Prime MM at this point, then you're really just gonna have a bad time, and that's not what you want when you're playing a game, especially a game where you're trying to have fun. So what do you think Johnny ends up doing when he plays in this AIDS that is Prime matchmaking? Do you think Johnny continues and he's like, all right, once I get ranked 21, everything will be fine, I just have to go through mountains and mountains of bullshit to get there? No, 9 times out of 10, little Johnny BumbleFuck is going to quit the game, he's going to not play anymore, and guess what? That's one potential CSGO player gone because of this system and the way it works. And that's honestly sad to see. I've heard of multiple people quitting the game just because unprime matchmaking is absolute cancer, and you could say that you could play other games other than matchmaking to get level 21, but in my opinion, you really shouldn't have to go through mountains of bullshit, or you shouldn't be able to play the main game for extended periods of time just because of this type of system. It's absolutely retarded, and it just doesn't make any sense. I understand that having the rank 21 is important for Prime matchmaking, and it's something you should probably keep in the game, but it's absolutely turning off new players. So you're probably saying to yourself, Chosen, if you think the rank 21 is good for Prime matchmaking, then how the fuck do you fix this? How the fuck do you expect Valve to fix this? And to be completely honest, I don't expect them to fix this, but a good solution to this problem would probably be something that the community has been asking for a very, and I mean very long time, we've been asking for unranked competitive matchmaking, and that is something that the community wants. It's something that I want personally, and if you're watching this video, it's probably something you want as well. Pretty much it's just competitive where it is unranked. You can pretty much just hop in and play. It will get you XP just like any other game mode, and it's just a fun way to play without having to take the game way too seriously. Also, it's a good way for noobs to learn out the game, especially before they hop right into competitive. Right now, the only options are really like DM and casual, and really, what are you learning in DM and casual? You're learning your mom jokes because literally everyone in there is under the age of 10 and calling you a faggot and telling you to kill yourself. So you're not really learning too much in casual or DM. It's once again literally cancer. Also, another problem that ends up happening when you have this whole prime matchmaking system where you have to reach all the way to rank 21 is that a lot of people end up playing non-prime MM and they end up getting ranked through games that are non-prime MM. And normally you're gonna lose and do bad in most of those because you're playing against, once again, smurfs and cheaters. So you have a lot of people who are getting ranked way lower than they are, and it makes it way harder for them to rank up. And that's why you have the issue with a lot of people being way too low ranked. And honestly, once you get ranked at something like Silver 2 or Silver 1, once again, in my last video, I talked about Silver Hell. And if you know anything about that, then you know that it is, you know, pretty much AIDS. It's pretty much just silver, but every game is with smurfs and cheaters. It's not that fun. So with these people getting ranked in like silver, they're gonna have a hard time getting out. And once again, when you have a hard time getting out of silver, you're going to go back to what we talked about in the beginning, and that's quitting the game. You don't want to have people quitting the game because, like I said, you want CSGO's numbers to continue going up, not down. And this is another way that people will probably end up quitting with the way the current system is right now. Unranked MM would be good for multiple things. It would solve this problem because guess what? Johnny can go and he can play unranked competitive, which is pretty much the same thing as competitive but without ranks, until he does reach rank 21, and that way he can play in a semi-competitive atmosphere. He can play like the main game, which he wouldn't be able to otherwise, or if he did, he would have to play with a bunch of cheaters and smurfs, which would be a huge problem. But this way, it helps a lot of the community. It really helps the whole community here. It gives us a new game mode to play and something that people have been asking for a very long time. And also it solves this issue of people having to choose between playing with a bunch of cheaters and playing with smurfs until they reach rank 21, or just solely not playing the game at all. And honestly, that shouldn't really be an option when it comes to something like Counter-Strike. It's absolutely retarded that it's gotten to this point and that Valve really hasn't added unranked matchmaking. I honestly think it's been this long, and I don't really see it happening anytime soon, but it would be awesome if they did. And if Valve, if you're watching this, please fucking add it, but I highly doubt you're watching my videos because, you know, I'm a fucking nobody. I would absolutely add a prime system to this unranked matchmaking as well. Even though it's unranked, people still don't want to play with smurfs and cheaters, especially in something that is even somewhat competitive, because even though it's unranked, it's going to be somewhat competitive because just in general, Counter-Strike is a competitive game. I would just make it so you have to be like rank 3 or something. You don't have to be rank 21. This way, it still gets rid of some of the cheaters and smurfs because they have to get a whole new phone number, and that can be kind of difficult. But you know what? It will definitely help out some because once again, if you just play unranked matchmaking and there's no barrier there, it's going to be like old matchmaking where it's absolutely AIDS and you have cheaters and you have smurfs. Well, there can't really be smurfs because it's unranked matchmaking, but you get what I'm saying. There's going to be cheaters and it could cause a bit of an issue. So definitely adding something similar to Prime or even possible Prime itself, just make it so the rank doesn't have to be 21 and keep the 21 rank for competitive matchmaking. I think that would be a very good idea on Valve and definitely something that the community would like, and definitely would help everyone out. But yeah, prime matchmaking is one of those things that I think is a very good thing for CSGO, but with some small tweaks and the addition of unranked matchmaking, I think the huge issue of people just end up quitting the game or people having to go through mountains of bullshit will be absolutely solved. In my opinion, this is one of the biggest issues in CSGO, if not the biggest, because this could cause the game to die out, people getting sick and tired of bullshit. But let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Sorry that I haven't uploaded in a week. My schedule has been crazy this week. Regular uploads are going to continue soon, so be on the lookout for those. But thank you guys for watching this video. If you did enjoy it, how about you hit that like button? And if you dislike this video for some odd reason, how about you hit that dislike button? And if you're new, how about you subscribe? But yeah, guys, this has been the Chosen One Inc. And as always, peace out. First off, I want to thank you guys for watching the video all the way through, and I'm sure if you watched the video all the way through, then you're either A, a fan of my content, or B, you enjoyed this video, so I thought I would leave this part of the video here at the end for the people who really enjoy my stuff. I'm thinking about making some new merch. I have some merch currently. It's not really all too great. I want to put some more work into my merch, and I really want to start promoting it. Some of the ideas I have right now are like a Johnny BumbleFuck t-shirt, or just a shirt that says like literally in quotes, because I literally say literally all the fucking time, and a lot of you guys call me out in the comments. I just thought I would let you guys know about that. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Are you guys interested in some merch? Would you buy some? I'm really interested to see if you guys would be interested in something like that, so I don't waste my time doing it. Also, what are some ideas for some merch you want to see in the comments, or merch you want to see? Tell me in the comments down below. But thank you guys for watching this video. I really do appreciate it, and peace.